The 1919 Mercury dime, minted in Denver, Colorado, is one of the classic early silver coins of the United States, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime. Despite the common nickname Mercury dime, the coin does not actually depict the Roman god Mercury. Instead, it features a portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, a design that symbolizes freedom of thought. Designed by the renowned American sculptor Adolph A. The Mercury dime was introduced in 1916 and produced until 1945, replacing the Barber dime series that had been minted from 1892. The 1919 issue came at a fascinating time in American history, just after the end of World War I and during the nation's economic adjustment to peacetime life, giving the coin both artistic and historical importance. The obverse side front of the 1919 dime bears the elegant bust of Liberty facing left, her head adorned with a winged Phrygian cap, symbolizing freedom of thought and liberty of mind. The word liberty curves around the top edge, with the national motto, "In God We Trust," placed to the left of her neck and the year 1919 appearing at the bottom. The fine details of Liberty's hair, cap, and facial features reflect Weinman's artistic mastery and his background in classical sculpture. Below the truncation of the neck, Weinman's initials AW are subtly placed as the artist's signature. On the reverse side, the coin features a fasces, a bundle of rods tied together with a ribbon and an axe blade emerging from the top, a Roman symbol of unity and strength. This is surrounded by an olive branch, representing peace. Together, these elements embody the nation's balance of readiness for defense and desire for peace following the Great War. The inscriptions United States of America and one dime surround the design, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, inscribed beside the fasces. The D mint mark, located on the reverse side to the left of the fasces, identifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1919, Denver produced approximately 9,939,000 Mercury dimes, a relatively moderate mintage for the era. While this number may seem high, the 1919 dime remains a scarce coin in higher grades, largely because many were heavily circulated during the early century when dimes were essential for everyday commerce. Few examples survived in mint condition, and those that did often display weak strikes, a common characteristic of Mercury dimes from this mint and year. Collectors seeking fully struck examples, especially with clear details in the central bands of the fasces, known as full bands or FB, find the 1919 particularly challenging to locate, making it a key semi-scarce issue in the early Mercury series. The composition of the 1919 dime is 90% silver and 10% copper, with a total weight of 2.5 grams and a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. The reeded edge was designed to prevent the shaving or clipping of precious metal, a common problem in earlier centuries. Its silver content means that each coin contains approximately 0.0723 troy ounces of pure silver, giving it intrinsic bullion value even today. However, its numismatic value, its worth to collectors, far exceeds its metal value, depending on the condition. In good condition, the 1919 dime might be worth around $5.10 due to its silver content and historical charm. In fine condition, it can fetch $20, $30. Well-preserved examples in extremely fine condition can reach $75, $100, while uncirculated coins often exceed several $100s. A coin with fully defined bands on the fasces, the full bands designation, can sell for thousands of dollars, with top-graded specimens and above commanding $5,000 to $15,000 or more at auction, depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and luster. Historically, the year 1919 was a significant period in the United States. The country was emerging from the devastation of World War I, with millions of soldiers returning home. The American economy was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime industry, leading to inflation, unemployment, and social unrest. In this climate, silver coins like the Mercury dime were vital to everyday trade, used for daily necessities, public transport, and wages. The coin thus circulated widely among ordinary Americans, becoming a tangible symbol of the country's resilience and optimism after the hardships of war. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, played an essential role in producing coinage for the expanding western United States, where economic activity and population growth demanded a steady supply of silver and gold coins. The Mercury dime design remained in use until 1945, after which it was replaced by the Roosevelt dime, commemorating President Franklin D. Roosevelt's leadership and his association with the March of Dimes charity. Nonetheless, Weinmann's Winged Liberty design is regarded as one of the most beautiful in American coinage history, celebrated for its classical aesthetic and symbolic depth. Many collectors see the Mercury dime series as a bridge between the artistry of early U.S. coinage and the modern era of American numismatics. Today, the 1919Mercury dime stands as more than just a piece of silver. It is a small but profound artifact of American history, art, and culture. It captures the nation's spirit at a turning point in its history, combining powerful symbolism with exquisite craftsmanship. Every worn example tells a story of countless hands that used it a century ago, while every pristine, uncirculated coin offers a glimpse into the mint's artistry and dedication. For collectors, it remains a cherished piece representing both the aesthetic beauty and the enduring legacy of early American coinage. Next top. The 1923 United States one-dime coin, commonly known as the 1923 Mercury dime, stands as a beautifully crafted and historically significant piece of early American coinage. Officially called the Winged Liberty Head dime, it was designed by the famed sculptor Adolphe, whose initials AW appear on the obverse near Liberty's neck. The coin's popular nickname, the Mercury dime, comes from the resemblance of Liberty's winged cap to that of Mercury, the Roman messenger god. In reality, however, the figure represents Liberty herself, adorned with wings symbolizing freedom of thought. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, this dime weighs 2.5 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge. The S mint mark located on the reverse side near the bottom, to the left of the fasces, denotes that the coin was minted at the San Francisco Mint, one of 3 mints producing dimes in that era. The 1923 Mercury dime belongs to the first major design series of dimes following the Barber series, 1892 to 1916, and represents a turning point in American numismatic artistry. Its obverse shows a youthful Liberty facing left, wearing a Phrygian cap with wings attached, an ancient symbol of liberty and intellectual freedom. The inscription's Liberty arcs around the top, with In God We Trust, and the date 1923 appearing below. The reverse side of the coin is equally symbolic, featuring a fasces, a bundle of rods with an axe blade, an ancient Roman symbol representing unity and strength, surrounded by an olive branch to signify peace. Around the periphery are the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and One Dime. Together, the two sides express a balance between the ideals of peace and readiness, a message that resonated strongly in the post-World War I era when this coin circulated. The year 1923 was a challenging one for the San Francisco Mint. The total mintage of Mercury dimes that year was relatively low, with only 6,440,000 coins produced at the San Francisco facility and none struck at the Philadelphia or Denver mints. Economic factors after World War I, coupled with a reduced national demand for small silver coins, contributed to this limited output. As a result, the 1923 dime is scarcer in higher grades and is considered a semi-key date in the Mercury dime series. While many circulated examples exist due to heavy use during the 1920s and 1930s, finding one with full, split bands on the fasces, indicating a strong strike, is quite rare. These fully struck examples, known as full bands FB dimes, command significant premiums among collectors. The 1920s were a period of economic transformation in the United States, and this coin circulated widely during the Roaring Twenties, a decade marked by industrial growth, social change, and cultural dynamism. Silver dimes like the 1923 played a vital role in everyday commerce, from purchasing newspapers to buying household goods. The Mercury dime series remained in production until 1945, when it was replaced by the Roosevelt dime following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Thus, the 1923 issue occupies an important midpoint in the Mercury dime series and reflects both the artistry of Weinman's design and the turbulent, hopeful spirit of interwar America. In terms of numismatic value, the 1923 Mercury dime is highly desirable. Circulated specimens typically range in value from around $5 to $40, depending on the level of wear, while uncirculated examples can bring hundreds to thousands of dollars, especially those with full bands designation. For instance, a 1923 dime graded FB, mint state 65, full bands, can exceed $5,000 to $10,000 in auctions, reflecting both its rarity and collector demand. Its relatively low mintage, combined with the difficulty of finding sharply struck examples, has ensured that the 1923 remains a coveted coin for serious Mercury dime enthusiasts. Historically, the Mercury dime's design is often praised as one of the most beautiful in U.S. coinage history. Adolph, who also designed the famous Walking Liberty half-dollar, drew upon classical ideals of beauty and freedom to create a design that captured the optimism and intellect of the early century. The coin's artistic quality helped elevate American coinage beyond mere monetary utility, transforming it into a medium of national identity and aesthetic expression. The 1923 issue, though modest in quantity, exemplifies this tradition beautifully. In the modern era, the 1923 Mercury dime continues to fascinate numismatists and historians alike, not only for its scarcity and design, but also for the way it reflects the evolving American spirit between wars, a symbol of resilience, unity, and creativity. Each surviving example serves as a small but powerful relic of an age of innovation and transformation, when art met currency and liberty found its image on silver. Whether admired for its fine craftsmanship, collected for its rarity, or cherished as a tangible piece of history, the 1923 Mercury dime remains a timeless testament to America's enduring ideals of freedom, peace, and strength. Next top.